Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
Sphere Exclusives. Looking for exclusive content from your favorite podcasts here at the Sphere? Head over to sphere.tv/Patreon and sign up today. The Remedy. The Remedy is a radio program that specializes in soul-stirring tunes you need to get you through your workday. Listen on Wednesdays from 12 to 2 p.m. and Saturdays from 6 p. to 8 p. Central Standard Time at kpft.org/listen. ColdHardFash.com. At Cold Hard Fash, our mission is to support creativity in fashion, beauty, and the arts. To connect with culture creators, follow us on Instagram at Cold Hard Fash and subscribe at www.coldhardfash.com.
Welcome to That Boom Bap at episode 150. We're here in this thing. I am Layla E, and you can find me at Layla_E1 on IG, Snapchat, and Layla_E on Facebook, the Facebook group. And of course, today is a little different show. You know, we're missing, one of our Blau Rangers, but we have none other than my brother from another mother and daddy. To my right, King Tut.
Yo, what it do? You already know where to find your boy at. DJ_King_Tut, T.I. That's Instagram, Twitter, DJ King Tut 1. You follow me, I follow back. Life is good. We here. About us. That's fact though. Let them know, Mike. Hit it one more time for me.
Tell your friends about us.
Goddamn right. Let's get it popping. And to the far left, we have none other than the international Mr. Reem Supreme.
Yeah, what up? My peoples.
Yes, sir.
Family in the motherfucking building.
In the building, Missing G, salute to you.
Salute to our big brother G. Well,
G
he's
Hawk.
actually not the big brother.
He is not. That would be you, sir.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you're the big broski.
But that's my bro, though.
Yes, that's family.
He's up in NY making money moves and whatnot.
That's funny. I didn't know where he was.
Yeah.
I was about to say
We
Mr.
were
International
supposed to be
Man
there.
of Mystery.
He's in the streets right now.
But you know what, man? The only reason why I'm not there is because my grandson was scheduled to be born this weekend.
Yeah.
And he and God had other plans.
Little
But shout out to
squirrel.
him. Yeah, squirrel's
How's
a
he
building.
doing?
Yo, if I don't see him, I get a picture of him every day.
Dope shit.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm
Keep
with
a
him all the
collage
time.
of all
He's
the
home.
I'm thinking about starting an Instagram of Squirrel and Me.
Yo.
Oh wait, he's home now.
Yeah, he's
home.
home.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, another thing too, I'm doing for my son. Why don't you take his name, create an email address, right? A Google, Gmail or something, and have everybody send their pictures and stuff over the years to that. That way you can give it to them and all that's there. I got that
Y'all
idea from
some
a friend
Pinterest
of mine.
dudes.
Okay.
So it's kind of dope.
love
That way it's just
that.
all there housed and
I could rock with
it's
that.
good shit. So you know what I'm saying. And I'm with you on that. I'm actually gonna
Oh,
create
do that.
I'm actually gonna create a Lil Tut page because he's taking over my whole Instagram. So Lil Tut,
Look, he
you getting your
taking
own
over you.
page.
Yeah,
Taking
man.
over you.
Man, Lil Tut is lit. You already know what it is.
He is lit,
Sierra,
man.
appreciate it, baby.
Oh man.
Thank you for your participation.
Yeah, exactly. You were there.
So I know you've been listening to some dope music.
Yeah.
What you been listening to?
Oh man, right now I'm stuck on what's going on in the New Rochelle area of New York. You know, I'm kind of locked in with Ito right now. I think Ito is a gift to the game. His new joint is produced entirely by DJ Muggs, and to get it co-signed from such a legendary producer like that, I mean, come on, man. So I'm rocking with that. I'm rocking with Smoke Dizza. He got a three joint.
Hey,
EP.
salute. Hey, listen, salute to my brother Reem. Hooked me up on that one.
Man,
Heavy rotation.
it is real quick. It's just three quick
love it.
joints.
I love it. I
It's
love
dope.
it. I love it. I love
It's
it.
dope. Tell what you got playing, man.
Well, DJ Drama came out with Dream Chasers album Meek. That's dope. Actually, I do rock with that. I'm listening to that. Got a verse from Beans. Old school Beans. Got a
Are
couple.
you sure this is new?
It's new, man. It came out March 31st, 2019. I did the Googles. Got a couple verses from Ross.
Yeah.
The new Fonte album. If you haven't checked out Soul Food from last week, I guest hosted there. That's a dope album. Got some good baby making music on there. Got some good relaxing shit, which is dope. Y'all already know I'm getting into that Anderson pack. I'm getting into that pack. I'm getting in there.
We got a dope episode next week. Gotta stay tuned with Soul Food Podcast.
Yeah, go ahead, let us know. Drop a little bit of knowledge.
That's all I was giving was just
No. Let's make it a grand statement. Go in on them.
Next week, we're gonna be joining the R&B version of That Boom Bap called Soul Food. And they are one of the dopest podcasts I know. And we've done this before where we came together. Our worlds collided.
Yeah.
And we did Anderson .Paak's last album. Yes.
Oxnard.
And so next week, we're actually going to be doing his newest project.
Ventura. Yeah.
There you go. So stay tuned for that. So that will be taking place of our regular scheduled episode. But as far as what I've been listening to is our playlist. Tell us more about that, Reem.
Transition queen. Okay, I see you.
Swear to God, yo. Listen, man, we've been hinting at a couple of different things that we've done, and I just want to make sure that we bring it all full circle now. You know what I'm saying? We start to talk about it, we start to promote it and push it more. So we have a really dope playlist on Spotify, and if you search That Boom Bap Spring play, what is it? Hold on. Nah, we gotta make sure we on point. All right, so go and search That Boom Bap's Spring 2019 mix. And what we did was all of us threw some of our favorite joints from January to the end of last month.
End of March.
We threw some of our favorite joints on there. If you don't have the paid subscription, that's dope because then the music's already shuffled.
Right.
And, it's a really dope playlist, man. So check that out. We'll be promoting it on all of our pages. So if you follow us on Twitter, if you follow us on Facebook, you just click through and just jam out. And big ups to my man, Junior's King. He shared it. He bigged it up. And I appreciate that from you, King. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And also, too, when you look at that, you'll also see our last year wrap-up mix as well if you search That Boom Bap on Spotify.
Man, we had
I think 4 or 5 tracks a person put on there, so you get you get 4 types of mix. And then we're hip-hop, but there's R&B stuff on there. There's some other things. So, give it a shot, man. Listen to it like Reem said. It's already shuffled. That's dope.
Yo, in real talk, what's her name? G be giving you shit for her all the time.
Little Sims?
The Little Sims joint on the playlist is actually pretty dope.
Thank you.
And that playlist you was talking about is called That Boom Bap's 2018 Hotness.
Yes.
And also, have a little fun with the playlist. If you know us in the Boom Bap family, try to figure out, I wonder who is responsible for this track, because some of it's pretty noticeable. And I also want to give a shout out to Jeffrey Palmer. He's been waiting all day for That Boom Bap to come on.
What up, man? What up?
And also, there's something that we really haven't discussed much of, and I want to give a shout out to International Reem Supreme for putting together the Runner Show, because we do some hip-hop shit. And what I mean by that is we are interested in what's going on with underground hip-hop artists, locals, internationally underground, whatever it is. So make sure to start sending us your music or your beats if you're wanting to reach out to a certain audience, which is our audience. And you can do that at boombap@thesphere.net. Again, that is boombap@thesphere.net. So I'm actually interested. Maybe we should have a segment where we just spotlight an underground artist.
Well, I think that'd be dope.
Do we have that?
I do like an unsigned hype thing would be kind of dope, kind of still the old school source thing. But I think too, make sure you listen at the beginning of the show and the end of the show. We always give our tags on social media.
Yo, which we haven't done.
I did.
Well, we did.
I didn't do it.
Okay, you should do it. So, Reem, where can the people find you at, real quick? Where can they find you?
Twitter is at Reem Boom Bap. I think that's down there.
Yeah. There you go.
Appreciate
that. It's there now. And Instagram, Kareem.Sean, SHON.
So yeah, hit us up on. I've got a couple of artists hit me up. I know it's been a couple of cats. Slevin hit me up. A couple other cats. Diz hit me up. One of the battle rap cats I fuck with, Moneybags, hit me up with some tracks. I always take that information. I tell them all the time I can't guarantee it's gonna make the show.
Yeah.
But I'll put in a Slack app, have people listen to it, and then if we do come up with this segment, as we start to reformat some things.
Yeah.
I think it'll be dope to kind of get some of those artists. So if
And
you're
then we
hearing
still
this,
gotta
and you're
respect
seeing
the
this,
culture.
that's right there. We still got
Yeah,
to
we
respect
still
the
got to
culture.
respect the
Still doing
culture.
Which is
that.
dope.
But
which
yeah,
is
I
dope.
definitely think that's something that's going to be really great to bring in the summer with That
Yeah.
Boom Bap is we can definitely, have that. And, the more content that we get from y'all and the more support that we also get, this leads to bigger things. Maybe there'll be a festival sometime soon, speaking that into existence. And we really are all about talent, period. You know what I'm saying? Internationally, locally, it doesn't matter. So send it to us.
Yeah.
Tag us with our social media tags. In the beginning and end of the show, you'll see it at the bottom. And definitely know that Boom Bap does support you. So,
Facto.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yo, listen, man. We're going to do something a little different this week. We got 2 track of the weeks this week.
We
You know what I'm
do.
saying?
We do.
We only love family.
That's
Salute.
because G ain't here.
We only love.
We getting away with
only
it.
love family.
Yeah.
Like this is how much we want your support. Like, we're going to throw not 1, but 2 tracks of the
2
week.
of them
Ow.
things.
You know what I mean? But nah, shout out to Band of the Hawk. Shout out to Your Majesty.
My first music video.
Only
Word up.
love family.
Yeah.
Sage Majesty.
Only love family.
Y'all go search title by Black. Go
Facts.
search those albums, man. But yeah, our track of the week is from Band of the Hawk featuring AG the Coroner. It's 19 Mentality, y'all. Let's get into it.
So to rock out.
Oh, yeah, they won't sue us. We can play it.
Hey yo, I came to the fork in the road and went straight. Every line between the lines on my page rep the greats. Shoot it up like a dope fiend, catch the shakes. Been around for years since these are the breaks. Peace to all the hustlers, killers, and inmates. In the yard doing rec time with 45 plates. I remember
Take that down
those
just a little bit
mornings
for me,
when I ran
Mike.
from Jake. One day was on my
Yo,
birthday,
y'all don't
so I
know who
had
that
my
is.
cake. Took a
That's my
spill on
man,
the staircase,
AJ,
my knee got
AG, excuse me.
sprayed. Pocket bust
Fucking
up
up.
and scramble
This
in
is
my
AG the
Levi
Coroner.
pants. Lil Daddy bugged
The
out
beat should be
when that
reminiscent
got
of what was it called? 97 Mentality.
Yes.
Right? That had Capadonna going bananas on it. Ghostface was featured on it. It came out that summer and it was just a banger, man. So to have Noah Archangel go in, do his magic that he does on the production side, and get AG on it, that's real fucking fly, man. Hold on, let me let it breathe again because Majesty is on this one. Hold on.
Yo.
I'm smoking weed,
Yo,
speed,
Majesty.
running red lights, B. Y'all niggas can't see, I'm untouchable. Son, my mind is on a whole new other format. I walk all over whack MCs like a doormat. For the you to see cipher, son, this beat's a throwback. You and your whack crew can get the Bozak. I'm high as hell, rocking Gordon Guttrell. Sipping on a shake with banana and kale. Flying up the interstate like the laws on my tail. Rolling with a cougar, look like Patti LaBelle. I'm so old school. Slap you with a glove and challenge you to a duel. Spit that golden rule, you niggas is minuscule. Smoke a bowl of fuel, grab the mic, drop a jewel. And dip like a nacho, rocking a poncho. Son, I'm the head, call me Honcho. In your crib like Sancho. Coming through your speaker and polo boxer briefs and my sneakers. I'm smoking weed, speed, running red lights, G. My nigga, that's me, untouchable. I'm
Yo,
smoking
man,
weed,
I
speed,
think one thing
running
that's very
red lights,
underrated is
B. Y'all
the
niggas
bars.
can't see.
Yeah.
Group,
Yeah.
This group has dope beats, but the bars, man, these cats can really spit. The songs that I've listened to, the video we shot, this song, they have bars. I
Fine
love
Ass
it.
Mama was the video we
Fine
shot.
Ass Mama was dope. I mean, and they got a nice flow, nice smooth flow. But the bars, man, and yo, they not bringing bars like that. Like, the industry right now is real suspect, and sometimes you got to go a level down or
Absolutely.
deep underground to get those bars. So, man, salute to that, man. Salute to Sage Majesty for that, man. That's
Word.
That's dope.
Absolutely, man. So shout out to Noah Archangel, whole band of the Hawk. What up, B? We see y'all, man, and definitely got a track of the week with this one.
Yeah.
And it's right on time, man. It's right on time weather-wise.
Yep.
I ain't got to drop just yet, but I could push everything else back, like the sunroof, the
Sunroof,
windows. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I could open it up enough for y'all to rock with me,
to
man.
breathe. You know what I'm saying? To let it out,
Absolutely.
let it breathe, which is
Facto.
dope. man.
So, yo, man, another thing that we are really making sure that we get across in this episode, if nothing more, is how to get to us. We got a lot of things in the works right now that we're working to get popping off. So we want to make sure that y'all can always get to our content. Yo, I had no idea what Patreon was. I had no idea what Discord was. I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable with it. I'm gonna need somebody on the tech side to walk.
But
us
hold on,
through
I
it.
got something to say about that.
Okay.
I need to give a special shout out to Tut because he was one of, if I'm not mistaken, one of the first people to actually be a Patreon subscriber
Yeah?
to That Boom Bap family.
Can we give a clap?
Yeah. Shout out to you, Tut. And this was like earlier last year.
Yeah.
So thank you for your support. And eventually that, not saying that you're going to become a Patreon member, then you're going to be a co-host on the show. We ain't got that much room.
Yeah.
But I think that it's great that you talk about this because you were one of our first subscribers. So
Yeah. So I got hip to the Patreon because as you guys know, I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate for battle rap. And that's how, since it's so underground, that's how media members in battle rap and artists get their content out, right?
Right.
So one of the things that, G's done here at the Sphere and that the family's done is they created this Patreon subscription that you can find at www.thesphere.tv/Patreon. And you can join our tiers. We have $2, $4, and $8 tiers. And what it does really for you guys is it allows you to get exclusive content. We do things like First Listen, where we do that once a month. Mm-hmm. We have just backstage clips where you see us joking, maybe talking about the run of the show, just kind of like bloopers. And you get that for all of the podcast on the Sphere. And that's the crazy thing, right? I have Patreon memberships where it's just one group.
Yeah.
To get 10 plus podcasts worth of material in a Patreon is pretty impressive for $8. I mean, let's keep it a buck, man. You spend $8 on lunch a day. Like you can siphon off
Chick-fil-A.
$8. Yeah, you can,
Right.
right, exactly.
No shout out to Chick-fil-A. No shout out. So they don't like
Yeah.
my friends. I don't like them.
You go to
I
you
like
know,
y'all salad.
Hey, listen, you go to certain restaurants, man, a number one will cost you $8, real talk.
For real.
So it's important, man. So go to the Patreon, subscribe, sow that seed, as G would say, support Black. We out here doing it for you. We're gonna have more exclusive content coming up. We're trying to do some live stuff going on. We'll probably put some of those on Patreon as well.
Hell yeah.
So it's really important. Patreon, and what the Patreon does, it ties to our Discord. Now, Discord is something that, if you a gamer, if you were like a super duper like new gamer, you would know about this. I'm not a gamer, but again, everything funnels through battle rap for me. So that was another way for radio shows to curate content without actually having to go through blog talk radio, whatever. It was a better way to control the message. It was also a better way to get the content.
Right.
So you download the Discord app. Discord, DISCORD. Discord app is on every phone, Google, Apple. You download it. It's free. You sign up via your Gmail or Yahoo account. And what you do is you look for the shows, right? So you'll look for the Sphere, and the Sphere has several different channels. So if you download the Sphere, you can basically see all of the shows that we have. And when they go live on Discord, if you're a Patreon member, you can click that and listen to the entire show live. Whereas we cut off Facebook at 15 minutes, you get the Discord show the whole time. One thing that I'm gonna ask G at some point to maybe incorporate is it could allow for some interaction with fans as far as not just text messaging, but actually unmuting mics and questions can be asked. I know, for instance, for me, when I log on to Discord for some of my battle rap stuff, they'll say we're going to take calls, and basically what that is you go into the text chain or you go into the message feed, I want to call up, you basically at that person, and they unmute your mic. You click the unmute button at the bottom of the Discord, and you can talk to me like I'm talking to Reem and Layla right now.
Right.
So it's a real dope situation. So again, the $8 Patreon subscription is what we're hoping for, but again, $2, $4, anything that you can do to support is hugely beneficial. All that's going to be sold back into what you see. It's not money we're taking. It's money that we're going to sew back into it via merch, via events we can do, more shows, longer shows. You're going to get more of That Boom Bap. So sow those seeds. We really need it. I think it'll be dope.
And our behind-the-scenes stuff is
fire.
Hilarious.
You know what? I'm gonna keep
We're
it.
some assholes to one another.
And I'm gonna keep
should've
it
saw him get in
100.
the show.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with everybody, man. Especially if you're rocking with us on SoundCloud or Google Play. Yo, Layla said the beginning of the show was going to be whack as hell because he's going to bore you with all this bullshit. So now the show can start, baby. Claps. Give me claps. No.
Thank you, Mike.
Nah, for real. Now we can jump into That
You
Boom
wasn't
Bap.
supposed to tell them behind the scenes before the show. We talking about behind the scenes after the show.
It was just we just had some house cleaning. We had some maintenance to do, but now we about to get into that hip hop shit. So
Absolutely.
Jeffrey, we got you. Let's get it popping.
So to get right into it, we got none other than the 5'10" stallion of stallions from the H called Megan Thee Stallion, who is officially in the top 100 Billboard charts. Can I please get a round of applause for that? Now, of course, you know, she went to TSU. She's from the H. We got to support. She's a dope female MC who just busts these freestyles. And to be honest with you, she brings the real. Like, I be listening to it, and I'm like, oh, that's my alter ego, because I really can't be, you know, everything that she is. But, you know, it's good to dream. But I really wanted to give a big shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, because she has been busting her ass, working hard in these streets. And, you know, recently her mother did pass, you know, rest in peace to her. Her mother was a rapper. She went by Hollywood. But, you know, that didn't stop Megan Thee Stallion. She just kept going full on, head on. She's in LA, she's in New York, she's doing everything. So I want to give a huge shout out to Houston's own Megan Thee Stallion. Congratulations.
She was 5'10".
Yo,
she 5'10".
Let me say,
she stands 5'10".
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me say something. I gotta salute your grind. Mama. You know, I'm kind of paying attention to it. I wasn't familiar, but I kind of got familiar.
Yeah.
It's you know, that version of female is that whole female artist as it pertains to what you're doing, kind of like the City Girls and Cardi B. It's a little interesting for me as far as that. You know, it's a bit much, but yo, Megan is fine as hell.
You know what?
I mean, listen,
I believe she's natural.
My wife is 5'10", so I love tall women. So she fine as hell. Hey, listen, she figured out the ratchet game heavy. She got it on point. I do like the fact that she out here freestyling. Yeah. She's spinning her bars, which is dope. I want to see more, but yo, I can't knock your grind. So salute. Hopefully one day we can get you on the show, maybe a Skype or something like that. But we do fuck with you. You like I said, it took a minute, but yo, it's real dope. So salute to her.
Her newest single is Sex Talks. That's what just came out a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, ladies, you need to be getting some tips from her.
You know,
she be knowing her stuff.
All I'm gonna say is it's not my first selection, but it's definitely in the guilty pleasure section. You know what I mean?
My God.
Yeah.
But I bet you if she was part of Griselda, you have something to say about that.
No, actually I wouldn't, because Griselda got Keisha Plum, the poet, who's real dope. You know what I'm saying? She's like the quiet assassin. You know, she's like the ninja. But, yo, real talk, I got to be for Griselda, man. First off, y'all had my man going bananas over here. For real. Y'all had my man. Yo, how you going to repackage a bunch of old songs and then sell it to your audience like, yo, man, it's the new wave right here. It's a new album. We collaborating. My man hitting me up on the early, like, yo, this shit is crazy.
Yeah. Nah, I definitely jumped the gun on that one.
Yo, I gotta admit, it hurt me to have to hit you back like, nah, son, all this shit is old.
Yeah, nah,
because I was open. No.
I had done the Googles. So when he hit me back, it was with the multiverse.
You gotta understand, though, like, from a diehard fan, how I'm a diehard fan. Yeah. When he, when West Side Gun tweeted, yo, 48 hours, dropping Fourth Rope, the album with me, Conway, Benny. Yeah. I was like, yo, this is what we needed. Like, this is what we needed to get 19
real shit.
Because you brought it up last week. You was like, yo, it was one of the things that we were looking like, okay.
I was like, yo,
second quarter going lit. Yeah.
Nah, man. Now, to your credit, I will say,
crazy.
I'm happy to have a joint that got, like, the best of the best on there.
Yeah.
But don't sell me wolf tickets.
Listen, I agree, and that's my thing. Like,
wolf tickets.
Nah, dead ass. Don't be shot face.
Every stream off that album is a wolf ticket.
Yeah, you can't be out here. Yeah, listen, I'm with you.
Foul, man.
I will. They know I'm an early bird. I hit them up a lot in the morning. Yo,
God
new
damn,
music.
he does. My phone just
Hey, shout out to Lil Tut. He keeps me up. I keep them up. That's how we work.
Spread the love.
Exactly.
Word up.
As long as it's not the weekends, we good.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it threw me off, man. And I was so I sent it out to the group. I was hype. I'm listening to it, and I'm like, yo, some of these. I'm like, I heard this, I heard that, and I did my Googles, and you know, and when Reem sent it back, I had already found out that it wasn't new. It wasn't new hotness. And like you said, I did love the fact that it was all packaged in one. But again, it was his rollout. If I wake up and see that, I'm fine, right? Oh, they just dropped. Okay, cool. And then you go back and like, oh, it's a collection, cool. But it was a rollout. The rollout is kind of what got me. So Westside Gunn, I still rock with you. I still want to see you in Houston. I still want to interview you, being
Absolutely.
Butch Conway. Everybody's Food 3 is actually pretty dope. I like it better than 2.
I'm rocking with it.
We're gonna have to go to New York
that
for
was
this.
listen. You was out here pump faking.
That was a pump fake.
You know better than that, dog.
Like,
But you know who
and
really?
on top of that, that's the first Shady release.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, first Shady release.
Yeah.
No. I was like, yo, oh my God, they
It's
gonna
about to
kill
be
him.
ignorant. Yeah.
They gonna kill him. They gonna run the summer. They gonna kill him.
But you know who else is really shady?
Yeah. Can we talk about Mr. Kodak
I was
Black?
waiting on it. I was waiting.
Yo.
I want to talk about. Listen, I felt
Please.
very.
Wait. Are we gonna talk about all the charges he
No.
got?
What we
Let's
gonna
talk
do?
about that too.
What we gonna talk? This gonna be a good general discussion topic. So check it out. So we gonna talk about what's going on right now with him and T.I. And we're gonna rope that back in. So I think Reem has a bigger point that should be explored. But let me just give y'all a little bit of playback on this,
Ooh,
right?
look how ugly he is.
Kodak came.
I mean, when you
at
put him next to T.I.
Laura London, y'all know about the story. Kodak came in Laura London after Nipsey's untimely death. Yo, salute to Nipsey. We still
Salute
grieving.
to
We
you.
love
my
you.
God, yes.
Y'all know what it is. And people took exception to it, right? T.I. was one of them. Game was one of them. A bunch of people took exception.
Absolutely.
I thought what T.I. said was real on some like normal shit though. He ain't going at him hard like Game went hard in more an aggressive tone. T.I. was like, yo, fix it. You know what I'm saying? You fucking up, fix it expeditiously, you know what I'm saying? You do it. You know how T.I. talk. And
But T.I. came more of a place of actually being friends with Lauren London versus the Game and everybody.
Nah,
being
but it was
that,
still
though.
more like a big
I feel
homie.
like it had more love.
It was more of a big homie approach. Like, nah, fix that now, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you don't do that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Facts.
And that led him to
Said
being
you out
like,
of
you know
pocket.
what?
He told him he's out of pocket.
Right, you out of pocket.
You out of pocket. So he does that. What does Kodak do? He doubles down. Then he apologizes
Shit.
fakely to Laura London.
Whack
doubles
ass
down
apology.
again. And now T.I. released a little snippet where he might have been throwing shots at Kodak. And what does Kodak do? Kodak says in the following. He called his son's homosexual slur. I'm not going to say it because you know what I'm saying, how we
True
do
indeed.
here. We politically correct. He said his wife was ugly. He released a diss song talking about T was a snitch. T.I.P. was a snitch. He talked about the Game and he like pole dancing and some other things.
And his daughter and Deja.
And yo, here's my thing. You got to go to L.A. at some point.
You gotta
no
go get that
artist
bag.
eats outside. Like you gotta go
You
to
gotta
LA.
go get that bag.
Do you understand what's when you go to LA? I really want you to keep that same energy. When them Pyrus or them 60s or whoever else decide to roll up on you, I want you to keep that same energy because you talking a lot of shit, my G.
But mention what the most disrespectful part was that really popped off when he talked about Deja, his daughter.
Oh yeah,
Whose daughter?
He got
Wait, I
very
might have missed
vulgar.
this. Whose
No,
daughter?
he was talking about nutting in his daughter.
Who daughter? T.I. daughter?
Yeah. Deja fine as hell.
Well-
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a grandbaby. Like, yeah.
So hold
He was very
on.
disrespectful.
Before we go too crazy, right? You know,
He's
not
mentally
too
ill.
long ago, we was talking about battles, you know, rap battles and rules being in battles, and we all pretty much agreed that there's no rules in battle rap, right?
yeah.
So,
This ain't no battle rap.
well,
It's a battle within rap.
well, it's a battle within rap, but if you look at it this way, right? T.I. spoke to him. T.I. took another move, removed his art from out of his gallery. He
Yeah.
can do whatever he wanted to do. That's that man's property. If I'm a rapper and a rapper plays a snippet and I think he's getting at me, I'm going to go all the way in, pause, and I'm gonna get my rocks off. Pause. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to shoot first. You know what I'm saying? Biggie said it shoot out, stay low, but keep firing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. So I don't really knock him for doing that. I almost don't even knock him for keeping the same energy, because to keep it real, he's done that.
Yeah, I
you know
feel
what I'm
you.
saying? Like, we always demand realness and for people to keep it real. Well, this is his way of keeping it real, which is stupid,
Right.
because keeping it real goes wrong a lot of times. You know what I'm
See
saying?
Dave Chappelle skits.
And all I'm saying is, man, I hate this gap. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to Jay's Family Feud record. You know what I'm saying? I hate this gap. This gap is dumb. You know, we're really at a point in hip-hop where, you know, if we're the children of hip-hop, then we're talking to the grandchildren of hip-hop, and it should just keep a flow going, man. Like, if I rock with you, I rock with you. If I don't, I don't. But
Right.
it's just whatever, man.
But it's also too. It's the reception. Like I do believe sometimes OGs can give off aggressive tone, right? Most people meet aggression with aggression,
man.
right? You meet aggression with aggression, and I was just in a leadership forum. They talked about that. Your delivery is a lot, right? It means a lot. But I will say a lot of these kids, man, are just wild disrespectful. Yeah. Like the way Kodak approached T.I, I felt like was more disrespectful than how T.I approached Kodak. His initial statement was, fix it. You out of pocket, fix it expeditiously, meaning fix it quick, you out of pocket. He didn't say nothing reckless. The game was more reckless.
Yeah.
The game went on a whole 3-minute rant, yelling, doing what the game do, whatever he does. T.I approached it in the tip manner or whatever, and I felt like what he did was respectful. Now, some people say he could have called him behind the scenes. No, he spoke on that woman and that man untimely death publicly.
Absolutely.
You got to get checked publicly, but he did it in a respectful way. So I feel like his response is why the OGs go in even further, because it's like, dog, I didn't even come at you reckless.
Now,
you came at him reckless.
Now, let me kind of finish, my whole thought with this, and then I'll be quiet. I said what I said about him keeping the same energy and shit like that, but at the same time, in today's climate, man, your words could write a check for you that your ass can't cash.
That's
and
fact,
then today, how people get down, man, you could be putting not just yourself at risk, but your people at risk,
team.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And on that note, T.I swung on Floyd Mayweather, so you best believe
he ain't no punk about his shit.
He's nah. So,
but I wasn't ready. But I wasn't ready.
Yo, you ready for the next track of the week? You want to do that?
I mean, we can. I mean, that wasn't next, but
what's next? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. Layla got it.
No. But Kodak Black just recently, I was trying to actually find it. He's in legal troubles again as of this week.
This week?
This week.
Like this week?
Like as in
today?
yesterday, the 17th. He got into some more legal issues dealing, because isn't he still on probation?
Yeah.
Wait,
he
I thought
can't
he
really
just
do
caught
anything.
a rape charge.
He's still on. He's still on
That's
for that.
pending. See, this is the problem. In all seriousness, like, a lot of people are entertainers, and I get that. And, they're in the public eye. But mental illness is a serious thing. And I'm not a doctor to say that he has that, but he's screaming out for help in some form or fashion. The fact that he always got to be in the mix of everything and talking recklessly, like, he needs to be put in his place.
He
just got out of jail. You would think that he would be more humble, and whatnot, but he's not. And that's a lot of things that these younger rappers need to understand, is you can't be just out there just disrespecting and talking recklessly to people who earn their spot. Chill the fuck out. And that also goes for a lot of old heads. A lot of old heads, you need to chill the F out. Why I say F out on the
right, you might as well
fuck out.
Shit.
With these younger cats, because then you look like you have the Joe Budden syndrome, the old man syndrome. Get off my lawn. It's just a matter of respect. If everybody just respected each other in this hip hop game, things will go a little bit more smoothly. But other than that, I mean, I'm really excited for one of my top 5 favorite rappers this year. Maybe not for a Nasir Part 2.
Yeah. But we got word that the great Nas is going on tour with Mary J.Blige.
I'm there.
Yes.
I mean, that sounds like grown and
Come on,
sexy
just
if
a
I
Mary
never
J.
heard
Blige.
of
Yeah,
it.
for that.
That is a hip hop R&B. If you and your wife don't rock with the same music, like she's R&B, you hip hop, that is a perfect date night, because y'all both gonna be lit.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that Mary gonna sing the hook if I ruled the world.
That would be dope. You know what? They could close out with that.
That'd be fire.
That'd be fire.
That'd be fire. Yo, so that's dope, man.
Nas
Yo,
is just on my bucket list, man.
you gotta see
I
it.
gotta see Nas perform.
Wouldn't that be disrespectful, though? If Mary J sang over
Lauryn
Lauryn
Hill?
Hill's
Where's
part?
Lauryn?
No,
Do we
it's
know
all
what Lauren
right.
is nowadays? Lois and Keys? Let's keep it going. If I ruled.
But I'm really excited for that. That's actually, I don't really like going to concerts unless I got like a pass. Yeah, I know I'm bougie like that. But this is something that I wouldn't mind being in the audience with, like, to actually enjoy that.
Yeah.
I don't know about a date night, so if y'all's wifeys don't go with you, like, we could have
A
a
boom
big
bap
bro
date.
little
That'd be
sister
dope.
date.
That'd be
Nah,
dope.
I'm always for it.
Yay!
I'm always
Okay.
for
I'm
it.
already. I'm
Absolutely.
at PAC next month too. Shout out to Good Bar at PAC next month at the Adventure Center.
Yeah.
See me.
Man.
I'm sorry.
So,
what we got next, Layla?
I mean, we just finished talking about Kodak Black and T.I, right?
Yeah.
Reckless
And then
shit.
it got me thinking about some of the pettiest things that's happened in hip hop. So I want to ask y'all briefly,
This ain't
what is
even fair.
one of the most pettiest things
ain't
that you
even fair.
enjoyed in hip hop?
So here's the thing, right? When I think petty, one man comes to mind as 50 Cent, but I'm not even gonna go. I'm not even gonna go there.
He's the king.
I got two real quick. One, when Cameron made Swagger Jacker and he took all the Jay-Z verses and mapped them over the original verses that
remember the album cover?
No, he did a whole track. It was like
shit,
9-minute song where it was all Jay-Z lines.
Yeah.
And then he had the original line where it came from. He's like, Tupac didn't even like your ass. You stole from him too. That was crazy. But one of the pettiest moments in music of all times is when that nigga Michael Jackson bought the Beatles catalog while he was filming the video with Paul McCartney. That's crazy.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes,
He
asked Paul McCartney on the video, say, yo, how much did you sell the catalog for? And he gave him a number. He said, one day I'm gonna buy your catalog, and they laughed about it. Literally, he had his lawyers talking to Sony, and he bought the Beatles catalog.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
he did.
Mike is savage, boy. Dark skinned Mike was a savage. Michael Jackson was a savage.
Oh my God, I did not know that about
the
him.
The funny thing is how the conversation started was Mike was like, yo, you can make money by owning other people's music.
Yeah.
Like he was putting Paul on. Like, yo, you could do
But
that.
he's
And Paul was
his
like,
shit.
yo, you could do that. He was like, yeah. Then he was like, yo, how much would you sell your catalog?
No wonder why Paul didn't go to the tribute.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sang a song. What about you, Reem? What's one of your favorite pettiest moments in hip hop?
Yo, my most favorite. I hate to admit it comes from Fifth, man. It comes from 50 Cent.
Savage.
Oh my God.
The most petty one right now is where he bought all the front row.
I was gonna say that.
On Groupon.
Yo, that's
Ja
crazy.
Rule's tickets was on Groupon.
Yes, but you know what? Let's keep it 100
Yo.
though. So was Diddy's tour tickets. That
it was.
What is
Diddy
going
and the family
on?
ticket. They
Yo,
was on Groupon.
yeah,
too?
no.
Are they
So-
actually cheap?
They
Yeah.
were. When I saw Diddy, when I saw the Bad Boy reunion here, the damn stadium, it wasn't full. They were still selling tickets up and so. I mean, it was still a dope show. They was
Talking about
making
the
money.
Bad Boy 20th anniversary?
Yeah.
It wasn't
What?
full.
Yeah.
It wasn't full.
It's a dope
don't-
show though.
we
don't
Everybody
support
that
our
went,
older artists like they
real
doing
talk,
rock.
I'm looking dead in the camera. Everybody that went to that show
Was lit the whole time.
was lit the whole entire time. Like if you didn't go, which I'm one of them, you missed it and you're not gonna see it again.
I
when
wish I would have
Yo,
went.
when DMX came out, that motherfucker, I thought the roof was gonna come off. Real talk, like.
Man, shout out
was-
to him coming
was
out of
here.
prison and killing these shows.
Yo, he was just out here.
He was just
Man.
on Sunday at Turkey Leg
I
Hut.
did-
Get your
What?
food on.
Arr.
Yeah. Get your
No
food
shout
on.
outs, no shout outs until we get some free
I
turkeys.
feel you.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I asked that is because obviously, and you said it, that the king of pettiness in hip hop has to go to the king himself, 50 Cent.
Absolutely.
Because he just won't let up. And recently, he just made fun of Ja Rule's tax issues. And the way that he did it was he went on IG, he posted a photo, a screenshot of a news article saying Ja Rule owes the IRS $2 million in back taxes. And you know what he said? This was his quote. LOL, come on. I know he not that bright, but damn. Hashtag. Thank you.
But this is coming from
I
the
can't even
dude-
read his
But
hashtag.
this is coming from the only rapper that we know of publicly to file bankruptcy.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
Well, he filed. So he filed chapter. We filed chapter.
He
Was
restructured.
it 11?
He
It was
restructured his.
Yeah. It
his-
wasn't. It wasn't.
It wasn't 11?
It wasn't 11. He filed the other one. He just
Yeah.
restructured his funds because he had all his lawsuits pending.
Especially off that Fire
But you know what?
Festival.
From huh? No.
Not from that?
That's we talking 50, not Ja Rule.
Oh, 50.
50,
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
50
he had
had
the
some
lawsuit with Rick Ross' wife. He had a lawsuit with the headphones. He had like 4 or 5 lawsuits at once, and I think he lost all them shits at one time. So he owed
Yep.
some crazy amount of money.
Yep.
So instead of liquidating his assets, he restructured his finances. But he's gotten additional bags from Stars for Power.
Yeah.
He's gotten additional bags for movies. He had
Yeah.
Den of Thieves. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
He knows how to bounce back, and I think
he's a
that's the
hustler.
thing. That's the thing that
Fifth
I
is
love
a
about
hustler.
50. And
never
the
gonna
thing
broke.
that
He's gonna get
I
rich at that
really
time.
don't like is that he won't let a beef die down. You know what I'm saying? And for those of you that
It's
are familiar,
beef with me forever.
Hey, listen.
forever.
I'm with
Shout
it,
out to you,
though.
Cardi.
I'm with it,
But
though.
I mean, it all started way back in the early 2000s. For those of you that know, I'm not going to give the whole timeline here. But he shut down. I think the pettiest moment is when he talked so much shit about Ja Rule singing in his stuff, and then 21 Questions dropped. And he
didn't
did
sing
the
that.
exact same.
He didn't say
no,
that.
but it was more of an R&B type hip
It was-
hop record.
He got no.
It was a love record.
He was singing
I
Candy
was gonna
Shop.
say you're right. Wrong song. Candy Shop is when he started
sing
singing.
Candy
Oh,
Shop.
So
yeah,
21
yeah,
Questions on Give It to Try Trying.
That
It
was
was
Nate Dogg, rest in
dope.
peace.
That
Yeah.
Nate Dogg, salute. That listen, still a great listen.
Listen,
Fat kid
Linda.
love cake. Fire. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
He just won't let up on him. And the last event was when he bought all the front row tickets
Yo, that
to
shit.
Jaws.
It was $3,000. Like,
And,
how,
I mean,
he
it's
couldn't
nothing.
help himself.
I mean, he got the money, and then this happened. So, I don't know what to say. And then
love it.
supposedly they say that Ja Rule talks a lot of shit, and I
Yeah.
didn't know that about him. So, I mean, I guess if he keeps talking stuff, I mean, he's deserving.
I mean,
They're
it's,
never
it's
gonna-
great when you could
I
talk it
still
over
love
there.
Ja Rule, though. I really
Listen.
wish I went to the Ja Rule and Ashanti thing. So if y'all come back in town, like, I got to go to that.
They'll be back.
You got to catch
I
them.
love Ashanti.
No, you got to
Yeah.
catch them in New York though. That's a different. I think that's a different
Vibe.
That's in New
That's
York.
home.
That's in New
You gotta
York.
put
Right?
it
You
on
got.
for
You got.
home.
Like it's certain people you got to
Absolutely.
catch at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about Wu-Tang. Like a Wu-Tang reunion. Like you can catch that anywhere, but you
Which
got to
they're
catch
on
that.
tour, coming
You gotta-
here soon.
but you
I
gotta
was trying to
that,
catch it
yeah.
in London.
You ain't the only
that
one.
didn't happen.
Facts.
But you know who I really can't wait to see?
Yo.
She's one of my favorite rappers, right? Missy Elliott. I
Super
love
Duper Fly
Missy
coming back.
Elliott.
Yo, I think Missy's dope, man, and she's actually been inducted into the Hall of Fame. Am I
Recently,
right? Rock and
yes.
Roll
Yeah,
Hall of Fame.
songwriter.
So yeah, songwriter,
Yeah.
something like that. So big ups to her for accomplishing
He
that.
how
Say
how.
that, man.
Missy is so underrated, and I
I
can't
don't
wait.
know if she's underrated, B.
I think she's underappreciated
I
with
like
the
that
newer
better.
generation.
I like that better.
Yeah,
For
because
the
she.
new
Appreciate it.
generation,
I mean, yeah, because you got to remember when Katy Perry did the Super Bowl a few years ago, people
Yeah.
were on IG saying, "Man, Katy Perry just made this Missy chick super famous," and we're all like, "What?"
oh,
Nah, Missy Elliott
I
was
didn't
way
catch
out.
that.
But anyway, Missy Elliott reveals that she finished a big project. So that means we're getting an album
Yeah.
from her very freaking soon.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
dope.
can't wait. Not only is she looking her best, she's feeling her best.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine what rhyme she's going to have for us, what crazy beats. I really hope she got some shit with Timbaland.
Of
really
course.
hope Magoo jumps in somewhere up in there.
Okay.
Genuine. I want the whole crew back. Am I the only one that feels like that was one of the most solid crews in
Nah,
the
they were
90s?
absolutely.
No, I
agree.
They,
No,
they,
yeah.
had, they had a stance. They
Had
definitely
some
had a
Tink up
movement.
in there. Miss Jade, for those of you that don't
Player.
remember her. Tweet.
Player.
I mean,
Cheers
I
to you.
am ready, Missy. Like, please don't disappoint me. Please. I don't think she is, but I just can't wait for Missy.
Me with
I'm
no Timberland
sorry.
is like Puff with no Mace.
Oh,
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. What you say?
Yay.
Oh, yo, Missy is lit. Yo, don't copyright. My bad. Salute.
That is so funny. And speaking of that, we're going to get to our bonus of the day, which is our second
Track of the week.
Ow.
Bang.
And the reason why we had to have two is because we got a jewel dropped on us last night from Eric Sermon featuring Noriega and Raekwon with My
Yeah.
Style. Let's hear a little snippet.
Guess who fathered your style? You know Shalal, he in your brain. Intact energy, do your thing.
Yo, you know we gotta talk on this a little bit.
Yeah, we don't want to get shut
Back
down.
this up from us real
The
quick.
intro was a little longer than I anticipated.
But I mean, yo, this is like a cool vibe. Like, listen to the beat, the production, the arrangements, the way that they play off of each other and they intertwine. It's like a really good flowy track.
You know what?
I'm feeling
Anything from you that has the names Eric Sherman and Raekwon tied to it, I'm
You
proud
there?
of you. No,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
there
You're
for
proud
it.
of me.
Yeah,
What the
this,
hell that's supposed
this
to
is
mean?
your pick.
I only messed up T and Tamara Doja Cat. Shout out. I love that song.
We go back to Lil Sam's and that rice that we had.
Oh, we're not going to go back to that. We're not going to swim in.
We not
Swimming
gonna
in
do
the,
that.
you
Nah,
know
it
what?
was a dope-
Mike, that's a snippet that we need. Swimming in the
rice.
rice.
It's a dope song. It's a good vibe for the spring.
It
It's
is.
a good song. Again, feel good song. I love feel good songs.
Yeah.
So
I said it on Soul Food last week, and I got a whole playlist of just good vibe songs. So the songs you put on, and for me, they bring back memories. And this is a good song. It's a good vibe
We
song.
need to share each other's playlists.
Yeah, it's a
I
good.
got me one too.
I got where it's just kind of like it's dope. So that's
Yeah.
definitely fire. Love the track. Eric Sermon, Raekwon. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
And
You can't
Noriega.
beat- And Nori, you can't beat that.
And I follow Eric Sherman on IG. I know that right now he's like on this mission to, keep the boom bap sound going. You know what I'm saying? Keep real rappers rapping. And I think that he got a bit of a chip on his shoulder right now for the game, and he wants
who
to
doesn't?
get back in it and show not only can I still do it, but this is how it should be done. So I think he's trying to be more of an example of how to do it. And shout out to Long Island's finest, man. You know what I'm saying? Eric Sherman was good, man.
Yeah.
All right. So now,
I gotta
looks like we're going
prove.
to transition into our
Album
album review.
I was a little late on that.
Huh?
I
Oh,
was
y'all
late
good?
on
You
that.
good?
Yeah.
All right, so let's.
We ain't paid not one bill.
We ain't paid a bill yet? Okay, check it out. We're going to run through these real quick. All right, so this portion of the show is sponsored by The Remedy. Yo, check it out. If you want to hear neo soul, R&B, you want to catch a groove at the crib, you listen to The Remedy. The Remedy is a program that specializes in a soul-stirring elixir to get you through your day, your workout, your drive home, your commute, or just hanging out with your wifey. Right? You know what I'm saying? Who does it? Our guy, Mr. Goodbar, he hosted. So Mr. Goodbar from The Spirit hosted. He gives you a great vibe. You can find it anywhere. The broadcast on KPFT 90.1 FM or HD2 channels worldwide at kpft.org/listen. You can catch it at 12 to 2 on Wednesdays, and you can catch it on Saturdays from 6 to 8 Central Time. Yo, if you want to get your groove on, holla at The Remedy. Goodbar in the building.
Yep.
Walking
all
through the building.
facts. And we're going to go to
Shout
another
out to
portion
Big
of
Bro.
the show with Cold Hard Fash. Cold Hard Fash is a couture lifestyle brand of designer and trend-setting platforms and social experiences in art, world fashion, culture, politics, and so much more. Our cutting-edge style and fashion as our guide meets you in all areas of life to provide the commentary and connection for the consistent evolution of your runway. Do you want to cleverly experience inspiration with our creative community? Well, then follow us on Instagram at Cold Hard Fash and check us out and subscribe to coldhardfash.com to join in on the conversation.
Boom. Bills
Bow.
paid. Now album review. Let's
Album
get it.
review,
Word up.
Reem, bring it to us.
I'm sure somebody was like, yo, what's Reem going to read? Is he going to read it? Nah.
Remember that photo of you looking like you were struggling with a
Yo.
word?
That was a real photo, too.
But you weren't struggling. You
Nah, I
were
wasn't. I thought it was a good way to poke fun at myself.
Yeah,
man.
that was funny.
I go in.
Oh, my God.
Yo, this is a pick. We're definitely going to have some conflicting issues on this one, but yo, this one comes from my man Quelle Chris. He's originally from Detroit, Michigan, now resides in New York and Brooklyn. Currently engaged to one of the best female spitters ever in the game, which is Jean Grey out of Brooklyn. Shout out to you. This is his latest effort called Guns. Came out a couple of months ago. Actually, came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I got put on to Quelle Chris really by following Denmark Vesey. Quelle Chris is an artist that raps as well as he produces his own shit. And once I finally got a chance to hear him, I heard one of his beat tapes first. And then he had dropped, I wish I could be, being you is great. I wish I could be you more often. So me being a cut from the cloth of hip hop that I am, I award creativity so much. I almost award creativity more than I award rapping. To me, rapping is something that you do, but being creative is something that you could really use to drive yourself, to separate yourself as well as to stunt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So his creativity really catches my ear. His use of samples really keeps me, in the groove. But I really like the way that he plays with words, plays with topics, as well as he's a little goofy in a couple of lines that he spits. So I'm well entertained. And with this album, I'm not sure if y'all caught it, but there was an underlying tone all throughout the album. So now that I've kind of given you, the intro, let's dive in and tear it apart.
Track you want to hear?
Actually, we're playing it right now. We're
Yeah.
playing Guns, which is obviously one of the songs on the album. But I believe he's released it as a single. So Guns
Okay.
is a single right now that
Well,
you
let's
can
let it
rock
play a
to.
little
Let's
bit.
let that rock out.
You in this city, coming to a city. I be in this city, coming to a city. Need you in this
So this joint right here reminds me of Nas's song "I Gave You Power," where he rhymes about himself being a gun.
Yeah.
So this particular song is basically talking about as if he was a gun and how he's moving through communities and how, you know, he fucks up life, whether it's for the black community, you know, us getting shot by police, or if it's the white community where you have incidences like Columbine and shit like that. Over a real smooth melodic beat, I'm in for it.
Yeah, man. I gave the album a couple listens. It wasn't my favorite. I agree that the lyrics were there. The beats were almost a little too melodic. It really wasn't the beat so much as it was his voice. Some of the things he did with his voice. You know, I mentioned last week off stage to you is sometimes I just want to hear you rap. And you give creativity more credit. I don't mind certain creativity, but when it becomes too creative to the point that, like for instance, for me, I harken back to Eminem's Relapse. Yo, with the fucking accents. I didn't want to hear the accents, I wanted the bars. The bars were there. So his voice inflection and what he was doing with his voice annoyed me to the point where it's like, well, damn, man, like, come on, I just want to hear you rap. So a couple of tracks I got it, but the overwhelming majority of tracks I felt like kind of had that. But it made me go back and listen to some of his older stuff, and I liked that a little bit more. It was a different vibe to it. So it was a cool album. And you know, we'll give our ratings after this, but you know what I'm saying? What's up, Layla? Give us to us.
Well, to be
Keep it a
1,000, 100% honest, this was probably one of the most boring albums of the year so far for me. It was like a lullaby album for adults. I mean, it literally did put me to sleep, no lie. It really wasn't my lane as far as it sounded the same. And I will say that I don't know who his engineer is. I don't know if he's the engineer, but some of these tracks, the music was way louder than his voice, and it was kind of annoying because there was a sharp sound. And I believe that had a lot to do with track 2 and 3 in particular. Also, like, Mind Your Business was good, and then it became annoying with the repetitiveness of him saying the same thing over and over again. And I'm just like, oh my God, I need to give this a chance because Ring be riding really, really hard for, you know, how do you pronounce his name?
Quelle Chris.
Quelle, I want to call him Quelle. Quelle Chris. And the one thing I can say that I enjoyed about listening to the album was his creativity in the way that he was positioning the songs. He had a few of the songs where he came out like he was the thug, the OG, you know, the one with the gun. And then he had the other tracks where, you know, it was the other way around. He also had something, I forgot what track it was. It had like a 80s or early 90s West Coast theme. I'm going to find out what it is in a second.
Are you talking about the one that's playing now? The Mind Your Business?
Yes, it is that one. I just hate that he kept saying mind your business and business at the end. It was annoying. So I turned it off. And I think this is what goes down. This is what it comes down to. You can have a skilled lyricist, but if everything else isn't put together well, it kind of makes you get lost in the things that are more negative than the positive. And I really feel like he should take a page or two out of J. Cole's book, where a lot of people said the same thing that I'm saying about J. Cole's first couple of albums, and then all of a sudden J. Cole drops KOD, which made it a little bit more catchy for certain people. He still had the content there in the layers. However, he was also able to not keep it boring. So I think that's what was missing on this, is we needed some up-tempo stuff, not the fake Caribbean accents and like all of that. Like, stop. Like, we hate it when Nicki did it. We really don't like it when Eminem does it. Like, it's just whatever. So I'm sorry. I really wish I would have enjoyed it that much, but it was again, he's a skilled lyricist. I will not take that away from him. Yeah. But this album was missing a lot.
So what's your rating?
Damn, I gotta go first?
Yeah, go ahead. That's what we do.
I feel so bad.
Give it to me.
She said I feel so bad.
No, because it's like I'm gonna give a skilled lyricist, a person who I actually would put more respect, a lower number than what I did 21 Savage in the beginning of the year. It's kind of like I feel like I'm contradicting myself.
No, go ahead, dude. Get your bars off. Let them
stand on it.
Right.
The entertainment value of this song for me was a 3 out of 10.
Okay.
The lyricism and the way that he puts things together was a 7 out of 10.
Averaging?
The playback value is 0 out of 10. So I don't know what that averages to, but it's low.
7 out of 20. Do some quick math.
Well,
It's
10,
like-
20, 30. 7
Okay.
plus 3.
Yeah.
10 out of 30 is what?
It's not even 10.
7 plus 3.
Oh yeah, 10. Okay.
So 10 out of 30. It's a 10.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, back to
so
you, Ren.
I do not understand your
I got you.
I'm the girl that
Your
likes Tia
scale,
and Tamara
but-
by Doja Cat.
But you know, no. What I'm saying is I don't understand your
well, I
voting
was trying to
scale.
figure out the
Oh,
average.
33%.
33%.
33%.
But
So
out of
33
10,
out of 10. With
It
33 out of 100.
It was no. She did 10 for playback, 10 for lyricism, and 10 for production.
so that's
or
a
something
30
else.
average,
So
and
that's
I
a
gave
30.
it
And 7. Oh, she gave 7 for lyrics, 3 for
Three.
something else, and 0
and
for the other
0
one.
for playback
So
value.
that's 10. So 10 divided by 30 gives you 33.33333.
So this is not passing, essentially. Okay,
Okay.
moving on.
Green, what you got?
It's funny because the song that's playing right now is called "It's the Law." Farewell, goodbye, adio, Uncle Tom, featuring Ugly Boy Modeling. Ugly Boy Modeling had a really dope verse on their last album. What was the last one? The one with him and Jean Grey. What was it called? It's not on there. No, yeah, it is. Oh, Everything Is Fine. That's what it was called. My rating is very different.
Okay.
I enjoy It's the Law. I think it was funny as hell when he said, you know, God made the Bible, you should live by it. He also made his dick, you could swallow it. I love that line. That shit
Pause.
is fucking funny to
Yeah.
me.
That's great.
Yeah, pause on
Pause
that.
on that.
Wild Minx, I like the way that he used the piano sample. I like the way that he used the vocal sample to do the hook. I like Mac Hami's verse on it. The beat and Mac Hami kind of flowed really well together. So that's my joint. I love Box of Wheaties. Love the beat for
Oh
Box
my
of Wheaties.
God, that was the worst song on the album.
I think the shit is fucking funny because the Box of Wheaties used to be this hell of achievement. And now it's like, yo, just put me on a Box of Wheaties.
Yeah.
Let me get some light. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And there's a skit. And I understand this skit is boring as fuck in between Wild Minx and Box of Wheaties, which you're hearing right now. But I find it to be funny because I grew up with Italians, and you know, old school Italians is kind of the way that they talk. So I find it to be entertaining. Again, I find it to be a little bit, a little funny as well. So I like the features with Denmark. I like the feature with Bilal Salam. I like Obamacare a lot. I think Obamacare was dope.
Standout track. Standout track.
Yeah, one
I
of
mean,
the
just say you
standout
like
tracks.
the whole album. Like, you can just mention every track on the album.
Nah, I didn't, and I don't like every song on the album.
you have
but
to. It's only
overall,
13.
I
How
was
many
just
out
getting
of
ready
the
to say,
13 you like?
overall. Let me go there. How many songs I do like or don't like?
No.
Out of
It would
13,
actually be
yeah.
easier if I say the ones I don't like. The only one that I may have an issue with is parts of Mind Your Business, like you said. I don't like the way he repeated it so much at the end. But I like the feel of this ghetto ass record with me and my friends, like we doing our thing, mind your motherfucking business. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I'm you know, I'm biased. I'm a fan.
got
I
you.
think the shit is dope. I play it all the fucking time, so replay values is through
heavy
the
for
fucking
you.
roof for me.
Are
Box
you
of
doing out
Wheaties.
of 10 or out of 7?
Salute to G.
I'm kind of scared. We all have a different rating
Peace
system.
out to G. Nah, my shit is usually out of 10, man. You know?
10 out of 10?
No, for the album.
Oh, shit, I got scared. yeah,
For the album, I'm gonna say it's an 8 out of 10. No, 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, damn, that's
I think it's
really
dope,
high.
and to keep it real, I think he dropped it at a perfect time where
The market was slow.
The market is slow. He ain't got nobody to really compete with album-wise. He's on a great label. You know, shout out to Mellow Music.
Okay.
And yeah,
8
man,
out of
I'm
10.
here
That's
for
the
it.
highest. 8.5 out of 10. That's the highest you gave this year.
He's given another album like that. I think
No, he didn't.
Gorilla Glue was pretty high.
Nah, Gorilla Glue is
Oh,
hot.
Yeah, it
was
was-
it?
yeah, it was
But I
pretty
think
high.
this is the highest for the year.
No, I think it could be.
Actually, if I had to do my 5, Gorilla Glue is one of them. This is definitely one of them. I'm gonna save the rest, but this would definitely
Stay
be
tuned.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Behind
you
the
You got to
scenes.
catch that on
Patreon.
Patreon.
On the Patreon.
So
Yeah,
look,
we'll
check
talk
it out.
about that there.
So for me, y'all, if y'all knew, you know what I'm saying, we grade about Bros and Rice. At least I do. If you've been here before, you already know what it is. This is how we give it up. The more rice bowls you get, the more ass the album is. You know what I'm saying? The least rice bowls you get, the more I'm willing to go back to it. This album, as stated before, was a little bit hard to get through in parts. There was some songs I liked. So far this year, I have given 2 albums a lot of 4.5 bowls of rice out of 5.
Was void.
No, it's not. So Quelle Chris is not going to get that many bowls of rice, but he is going up there in the bowls of rice category. He is going to get 3.5 bowls of rice at this point.
You could have gave him 4.
No, 3.5 because I like the lyrics. I can't take away from bars. And again, it wasn't. But his production wasn't as ass as Lil Sims. But we're not gonna talk about that.
Screw you.
But here's the thing, though.
His music was way louder than his damn.
Here's the thing, though.
voice.
I think some of his his vocal tone, some of the things that he did with his voice, kind of annoy me. But I do like him. I did go back and listen to some of his old stuff. So 3.5 bowls of rice out of 5, which means a 1 out of 5 as far as my actual rating, which is not passing, but it's something. I do got a couple tracks. Obamacare is in the deck. It is on the playlist. So, a couple of tracks in there. And I do go back to it because I respect my man Reem, my brother.
Appreciate it.
So when Reem suggests
But you
something to
ain't
me,
respect me.
I give it a lot of listen. I like Little Sims album before, which I told her that. The one before. But anyway, nonetheless, look, we are out of time, y'all. We did Facebook Live the whole time. So look, we're going to go around. We're going to give our shout outs. We're going to keep pushing. So Reem, where can the people find you at?
Twitter, Reem Boom Bap. No, it says at Reem Boom Bap.
Look at the screen.
Yeah, I forgot. I've been doing things. Yeah. Instagram is Kareem.Sean SHON. Next.
Yo, Layla, what's up? Where do people find you at?
People can find me at Layla_E1 on IG, Snappity Chat, and you can find me on my Facebook group, Layla_E, where we talk all things hip hop. I also need to give a special shout out to my girl.
Are they paying us?
Tasha, you were supposed to say it together. This Saturday she has Kicks and Coffee, which is a female organizational workshop, and it's gonna happen Saturday 4/20 at 10:30 in the morning until 1 p.m. They're gonna have.
Can we live?
Yo, fact.
We want to support you, Tasha.
Yo, that's what it is. You're making it hard for the dudes, yo.
It's going to include coffee, lunch, and also organizational materials for us women.
We like coffee.
But no, seriously, it's for empowering women and getting us organized. And they're going to have a couple of speakers there as well. So shouts out to you, Tasha. Again, this is Kicks and Coffee, and you can follow her at Sneak Her Summit on IG to get more info. But shout out to Sis. We just came back from New York.
No
We
doubt.
love Tasha.
That.
You already know what it is. I DM'd you. The fellas at Boom Bap feel some type of way.
Word
yo,
out.
Anyway, my name, DJ King Tut, DJ_King_Tut, T.U.T. You can follow me on Instagram, DJ King Tut 1, at Twitter. Again, like we said before, hit us up, music, DM us. You can hit us at thespirit.tv. Let us know what's going on. We got a lot of new stuff coming down the pipe.
Yeah.
It's going to be big. And like we say at this time, rap
minus
lies
equals
hip hop.
And that's that boom bap.